Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. So, we're diving straight into something I know we can all relate to: the art of living between the milestones. I mean, be honest, have you ever felt like you're just constantly running on this never ending treadmill? Always chasing that next big thing and wondering, okay, when does the good part actually start? Well, today we're going to unpack exactly why the real magic is actually happening right now, in those moments in between.
You know that fast-paced, breathless internal monologue we all have, right? It sounds a bit like, okay, gotta study hard, get the degree, work late, hit that 5-year mark, grab the promotion, finally buy a house with a yard, and then when I'm 65, I'm finally gonna start living. Sounds familiar? We're running this endless rat race in our own minds, totally convinced that our real life is just waiting for us right on the other side of that next major accomplishment. But as our source material points out, setting things up this way creates a massive psychological trap.
And researchers actually have a formal name for this shared pain point. They call it deferred living. Basically, it's the trap of constantly postponing your own happiness or your fulfillment until some highly specific milestone is finally reached. By telling ourselves over and over that joy is this exclusive reward reserved only for crossing the finish line, we end up putting ourselves in a perpetual state of waiting. The present moment, it just loses all its value. Today simply becomes this grueling stepping stone toward tomorrow. We are literally deferring our own lives, just waiting around for permission from some future event to finally feel fulfilled.
Because think about it, society hands us this seemingly flawless linear blueprint. Year 1, get the degree. Year 5, get the promotion. Year 40, retire. We end up treating existence like it's just some simple connect the dots exercise. And hey, there's absolutely nothing wrong with having a plan. But the real danger kicks in when we turn the present into nothing more than a means to an end. When we're head down just sprinting as fast as humanly possible toward that year 5 marker or that year 40 marker. Man, we develop some serious tunnel vision. We brush off the coworker who's trying to connect with us, we skip our morning run, and we completely ignore our own well-being. And why? All because we're so heavily fixated on one singular point in the future. So I want us to just slow down for a second, really pause and ask yourself, are you living for the outcome or the essence? If we're only living for the outcome, the promotion, the retirement, that specific milestone, we seriously risk missing the actual essence of our existence entirely. Life isn't just that split second when you cross the finish line. It's every single breath, every step, and yeah, every stumble along the track. Take a quick moment to introspect here. What are you missing out on right now just because your eyes are locked entirely on the horizon? Because the true richness of life, that's all happening while we're busy chasing those outcomes. It's not just the diploma. It's that crazy 2 a.m. study session where a really complex concept finally just clicked for you. It's the hard lessons learned when a project spectacularly failed. It's that hilarious inside joke with a coworker that was forged in the trenches of a really difficult week. Or even just the perfect cup of coffee on a random Tuesday afternoon. That is the true essence of our existence. If we just brush off these little moments as background noise on the way to our goals, we are literally missing out on life itself. And here is the ultimate reality check. Life rarely follows a perfectly linear plan. Seriously, that rigid connect the dots map we talked about earlier, it's honestly just a setup for massive disappointment. Why? Well, because the universe doesn't care about our carefully color-coded spreadsheets. Our source material goes hard on this concept of unpredictability. Life is full of serendipity. It zigs right when we expect it to zag. If our entire capacity for happiness relies on executing a perfectly linear plan, we are going to spend a lot of our time feeling incredibly frustrated and defeated. Think about it. When we're stuck in that deferred living trap, we tend to view spontaneous realities, things like unexpected events, new opportunities, unplanned detours, or sudden setbacks, we view them as super annoying disruptions. A flight gets canceled or a project is delayed, and boom, we think our entire timeline is completely ruined. But the source material challenges us to look at this from a totally different angle. These aren't just bumps in the road. They are the very things shaping your personal narrative. I mean, that unplanned detour, it might just lead you to a career you absolutely love. That completely unexpected event could introduce you to your new best friend. So our source material forces this really massive mindset shift. These unplanned occurrences are not interruptions to life. They are actually integral parts of it. Detours aren't the enemy of your grand plan. They are your life. By choosing to embrace these spontaneous moments, we start to recognize just how significantly they contribute to our journey. There are these intricate, vibrant threads that actually make up the tapestry of our lives, rather than just that plain, straight border we tried to plan out in advance. Now, I want to be super clear here. This is definitely not about just throwing away all your ambitions. The text isn't discrediting goal setting at all. Instead, it just reframes those goals. Goals act as a framework, but daily happenings shape who we become. Think of your goals kind of like the scaffolding around a building under construction. The scaffolding is absolutely necessary, right? It gives you structure, it gives you direction, but the building itself, who you actually become as a person, that is constructed brick by brick through your daily happenings, your interactions, your decisions, and all those little adaptations. Your goals are just the loose framework, not some strict, inflexible mandate.
So, how does this growth actually happen in real time? Well, it starts with setting a deliberate intention. Again, that's your framework. But as you engage in day-to-day interactions, actually living in the present, you inevitably have to adapt to unforeseen circumstances. The linear path breaks. And you know what? It's through that exact friction and adaptation that you gain profound personal growth. You literally cannot plan for genuine personal growth on a calendar. It only emerges from the friction between your best intentions and the spontaneous, messy realities of daily life.
The good news is you don't have to choose between having ambition and being grounded. A vision for tomorrow is absolutely crucial. It gives you that much-needed direction and gets you out of bed in the morning. But an awareness of today, that's what makes that life actually meaningful. It is not an either-or situation. You can fiercely validate your ambition while remaining keenly aware of the immediate reality right around you. It's all about perfectly balancing that drive for the future with a really deep appreciation for the present. And honestly, that is the core lesson of today's explainer. Find harmony between striving for tomorrow and savoring today. True fulfillment isn't just magically waiting for you at retirement, and it isn't automatically granted the second you get a promotion. It's about weaving your big ambitions with the spontaneous realities that are unfolding right in front of you right now. It's about appreciating the messy process while still moving forward. And that is, quite literally, the art of living between the milestones. I want to leave you with one final thought to carry with you as we close out this explainer. What spontaneous reality are you going to embrace today? Is it going to be a conversation that goes completely off topic but leads to a genuinely great connection? Or maybe a project that takes a super frustrating but ultimately educational detour? I challenge you to step out of that deferred living trap right now. Please don't wait for your life to begin at the next milestone. Your life is happening right now, in this very second, in all its wild, unpredictable glory. So get out there and embrace it.